Imagine your mind as a bustling city. Now, imagine it at rush hour, thousands of thoughts, worries, plans, memories, notifications, and anxieties all clamoring for attention, crashing into each other, creating an incessant, overwhelming din. This isn't a city you visit. It's the one you live in every single day. For Maniofues of Ovage, we have more information, more tools, and more conveniences than ever before. Yet, ironically, we also seem to have less peace of mind. We scroll, we consume, we plan, we analyze, often to the point of mental exhaustion. Why, despite our endless pursuit of clarity and control, do our minds feel more cluttered, more anxious, and more lost than ever before? This isn't just about stress. It's about a fundamental disconnect from the present moment, a relentless mental cycle that steals our joy and productivity. This video will explore the mind's labyrinth, diving deep into the phenomenon of overthinking and the profound wisdom of Zen philosophy as a radical path to inner stillness. We'll discover how to overcome digital noise and reclaim calme présence. Overthinking is more than just thoughtful consideration. It's a habitual, often obsessive, cycle of rumination and worry that spirals out of control. It's when our minds get stuck in a loop, replaying past events, agonizing over future possibilities, and endlessly analyzing every detail without leading to any constructive outcome. Consider the modern catalysts for this mental labyrinth: information overload and decision paralysis. The sheer volume of information and choices available, from what to eat to career paths, can overwhelm our minds, making simple decisions feel monumental and triggering endless analysis. Social media and comparison culture, constant exposure to curated perfect lives fuels self-doubt and comparison, leading to obsessive self-criticism and anxiety about our own perceived shortcomings. Uncertainty and control illusion, the complex, rapidly changing world creates a pervasive sense of uncertainty. Overthinking often becomes a subconscious attempt to regain control or predict the unpredictable, even though it achieves the opposite. The cult of productivity, the pressure to constantly optimize, plan, and perform, linking to our previous videos on authenticity and happiness, can lead to a belief that mental busyness equals productivity, even when it's just anxious rumination. Philosophers have long identified the dangers of an uncontrolled mind. Ancient thinkers, from the Stoics to early Buddhists, understood that excessive attachment to thoughts, desires, and external outcomes leads to suffering. Our modern world has simply turbocharged these ancient tendencies. Zen Buddhism offers a profound and practical antidote to the cluttered, overthinking mind. Its core teaching is not about achieving a state of blissful emptiness, but about direct, unmediated experience of the present moment, free from the incessant chatter of the ego-driven mind. At the heart of Zen is Zazen seated meditation, a practice of simply sitting and observing one's thoughts without judgment or attachment. It's not about stopping thoughts, which is often impossible, but about changing our relationship to them. Thoughts are like clouds in the sky. We observe them passing by without getting carried away by the storm. Key Zen principles for overcoming overthinking: mindfulness sati, cultivating a deep awareness of the present moment, what you are doing, feeling, seeing, hearing, right now. This pulls the mind away from past regrets and future worries. No mind, mushin, a state of mental clarity and spontaneity. Where the mind is not cluttered by thoughts, fears, or judgments. It's not about being thoughtless, but about thoughts flowing freely without attachment. Beginner's mind, shoshin, approaching every experience with openness, eagerness, and no preconceptions, just as a beginner would. This counters the tendency to overanalyze and categorize based on past experience. Non-attachment, Epochal releasing our clinging to thoughts, emotions, and outcomes. We acknowledge them, but we don't let them define or control us. Nietzsche quote unlist. All truly great thoughts are conceived while walking, while not Zen. This resonates with the idea that action and a shift from passive rumination to active engagement can lead to clarity. Zen emphasizes action in stillness. Zen, Master Dogen emphasized just sitting shikantaza, a practice of being fully present without pursuing or rejecting anything. This radical simplicity directly challenges the mind's tendency to complicate and overthink. The truth, for Zen, is found in the direct experience of reality, not in intellectual analysis. How can we apply Zen principles to escape the mind's labyrinth and overcome overthinking in our daily lives? Start with short, consistent Zazen mindfulness, even 5 entire minutes of simply sitting. Observing your breath and thoughts without judgment can begin to rewire your brain for greater calm and focus. Practice mindful daily activities. Bring full attention to everyday tasks, drinking tea, washing dishes, walking. Fully engage your senses. This transforms routine into meditation and anchors you in the present. Recognize and label thoughts, then let go when you catch yourself overthinking. Mentally label the thought worry, planning, judgment, and then consciously bring your attention back to your breath or the present task. Don't fight the thought. Simply acknowledge its presence and release your attachment to it. Embrace imperfection and uncertainty. Amor fati meets Zen. Overthinking often stems from a fear of making mistakes or an inability to tolerate ambiguity. Zen teaches us that life is inherently uncertain and imperfect. Embrace this reality. Amor fati, loving your fate, from Nietzsche can be seen as a Western parallel to this acceptance. Nietzsche quote on embracing chaos for creation. One must still have chaos in oneself to give birth to a dancing star. This resonates with allowing the minds. Natural chaos without judging it, creating space for spontaneous insight. Cultivate beginner's mind shoshin, approach new situations, even familiar ones, with curiosity and openness. Drop your preconceived notions and expert opinions. This reduces the mental load of constant comparison and analysis. Seek flow states, single-pointed focus. Engage in activities that fully absorb your attention, a craft, a sport, a creative project. These activities naturally lead to a state of no mind where overthinking dissolves. Overthinking in the digital noise is a modern epidemic, stealing our peace and clarity. But the ancient wisdom of Zen offers a timeless, powerful path to reclaiming our minds. It's not about shutting down thought, but about transforming our relationship with it, becoming observers rather than prisoners of our mental chatter. The epochal mind recognizes that in a world designed to scatter our attention, the greatest act of self-overcoming is to cultivate an inner sanctuary of stillness and clarity. It's a revolution not against the world, but within your own consciousness. So, as you navigate the constant demands on your attention, what is one overthinking habit you are ready to gently observe and release? How will you intentionally bring more mindful awareness to your daily activities? What clarity might emerge if you create moments of stillness in your mental labyrinth? Are you ready to become the master of your own thoughts, finding inner peace amidst the digital storm? The power to find calm in chaos, to overcome the mind's labyrinth, and to live a life of present, focused joy lies within you. It is time to awaken that power, to embrace the wisdom of Zen, and to reclaim your sanctuary of the mind.